Hi guys, Middle Maniac back again, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my collection of TV and movie box sets. I have quite a few. Um, let's begin. So first off is my box set of the first three Star Wars films. This is the 1995 VHS tape box set. This was the last time you were able to get the original three films before they were, I guess, tampered with the special editions that came out originally starting in 1997 onwards. They would originally be released in 97, then released on DVD in 2005, I think. But yeah, this is before all the CGI crap got shoved into the original three films, and before a lot of stuff was cut out or stuff was put in and stuff was also cut out. So yeah, this is definitely the recommended version of the first three films. If you can't find the original releases, the first three, because I know those are very hard to find and extremely expensive. I was actually able to get this in mint condition on Amazon for around, I want to say, $13. But yeah, it's definitely my preferred way of watching the original three films. It even has sort of a read-up on the back by George Lucas. But yeah, an amazing box set. Next up, let's see. Alright, next up is... the only Blu-ray version, the only Blu-ray, I guess, box set of the Nightmare on Elm Street films. I know there was, I mean, technically it's not, I know there was a very limited 100 or 1,000 copy box set that was released, I think, recently, but went out of print very fast. I didn't even know that existed until too late. But so I guess I'm stuck with this until I guess until a company like Scream Factory releases almost like a mega box set of all the Nightmare films on Blu-ray. But I mean this little box set is pretty good. The only downside is that it doesn't contain every single film. I mean it contains everything up to Wes Craven's New Nightmare. The only two things it doesn't have is Freddy vs. Jason and the remake. But everything else is here. The only other downside, I know some people will find this upsetting, some people won't, but the discs don't have the pictures of the actual cover art, and the discs aren't individually packed. But I mean, if you want a collection of the Blu-ray Nightmare on Elm Streets on Blu-ray, the Nightmare on Elm Street films on Blu-ray, this is really the only way to get it. But yeah, I mean, it is pretty good for what it is. Next up is, I guess now you could say, the outdated version of the Friday the 13th Blu-ray set. This is everything, all of the original 8 films. I know before this there was a tin that had basically all the films, but it went out of print very fast, and it's like $300 now. But yeah, so this is just I guess the first 8 films with a bunch of special features on like majority of the movies. Alright. Yes, of course, another favorite box set of mine is the box set of the first 4. This is a Blu-ray box set. I don't think there was ever a DVD box set. I may be mistaken, but I think the only box set is this Blu-ray version. And also, there's another Blu-ray box set of the ones they're packed individually, but they don't. I don't think they have the extra stuff that's in this box set. Like, I don't think they have a lot of the special features, and I don't think they have the different versions, different cuts of the films that this one has. Because this one, it has basically it has each, I guess, like the first and second films, the first, second, and third films, they have either they have the of course they have the full film, but then they also have the theatrical versions that had stuff cut out. But yeah, just really, really great box set. I know, and also some people are so picky that they don't like the stuff they use in the like little sleeve pocket things. But honestly, I only am agitated about that when it's CDs. I don't mind like Blu-rays or DVDs because I guess Blu-rays and DVDs, they, I don't know, they're a lot more sturdier. I mean, they're a lot more they don't like scratch as easily when they're packed like this like CDs do. Um, but yeah, I mean, this one's pretty cool, and I love the artworks in between the little sections that the discs are in. And I love the that they have the original movie poster quotes. Like the first one says, "Alien in space, no one can hear you scream." Now they don't have the original posters art on here, but they do have the quotes from the posters. And then of course, Aliens. It's time. This time it's war. Um, and then of course, Alien 3. Three times the terror. Um, Three times the terror. If you're talking about a terrible film, then yeah. But anyway. And then of course, Alien Resurrection. Witness the Resurrection. This one's a guilty pleasure of mine. I do really enjoy this film. And then it has two bonus feature discs. The Making of the Alien Anthology and the Alien Anthology Archives. And also comes with a booklet too. But yeah, just a really awesome box set. Alright, next up. Ah. Next up is the Ghostbusters box set. I know there was another one. I guess it was a. I don't know. I know there were actually three different versions. There's this one. There was one that was, I guess, like a bigger box set that had the. No, there were actually two. Actually, only two. There was this one, and then the box set of the TV show, The Real Ghostbusters. You know, that animated series, which actually was pretty good. Anyway, but yeah, this is the box set of the first two films. It says it's the double feature gift set. This is actually a DVD box set. This is not a Blu-ray one. It also comes, yeah. I mean, it comes with the first two films. The first two films. I mean, these films don't really have that many special features. I mean, the second one has a few more special features than the first one. But I mean, there aren't that really many special features on the discs. And then it also comes with this booklet, which is, I guess, storyboards. But yeah, this is a decent box set. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but I mean, it's good. But I hope they at one point release a Blu-ray box set, which these films. I wish they released a Blu-ray box set with these films that had a lot more special features. Yeah. But yeah, that's the Ghostbusters 1 and 2 box set. Let's see. Next. Oh yeah. So next up is the Godzilla box set. It doesn't have all the films from the Showa era, but it has most of them. I don't know why it doesn't have all of them, but it says Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, unfortunately for this company that released this box set, the license was actually given to a different company before they could release more of these. So there's only volumes 1 and 2 on here. I guess they were planning to release multiple box sets for each era, but yeah, that didn't happen. This contains Of course, Volume 1 contains Gojira, the original Godzilla, the original Japanese version. Godzilla King of the Monsters, which was the horribly mutilated and butchered version of the original movie. And then you got Godzilla Raids Again, which is an underrated Godzilla movie. I absolutely love Godzilla Raids Again. Mothra vs. Godzilla, aka Godzilla vs. The Thing. And then on Volume 2, you got Ghidorah, the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of the Astral Monster, aka Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, All Monsters Attack, which is by far the worst Godzilla film ever, and then Terror of Mechagodzilla, which is a really good film. But yeah, this is just a DVD box set. These aren't Blu-ray. Oh, that's the second one. Show the first one first. There's the original film, original Japanese version. Oh, and then there's a Blu-ray anniversary version of this film, which I want to get at some point, but is actually pretty expensive. But yeah, and then there's these films. Then the horrible, horrible Americanized version of the original, which I will never watch again. I saw it like once. Don't care to ever watch it again. And then there's these ones. There we go. Alright, next up. Hold on. Next up is a box set that I don't have the outer box to anymore. And that is the original the original King Kong from 1933 in this collector's tin, which also the box set came with these films, Son of Kong and The Mighty Joe Young. Now, I don't think the Son of Kong was ever remade, but I know that this had a remake, which I did see, and it was pretty bad. But yeah, so I don't have the outer box, actual box for the box set anymore. I lost it. Yeah, so here's the original King Kong. Now there is actually a Blu-ray version of this, which comes in like a sort of a hardcover book type case, which has everything in it that this tin does in this DVD version. Of course, there's that was on the back, and then of course there's the I already showed these in a different video, so I don't need to show them again too much. But there's the mini movie posters from all around the world. Then of course there is the DVD. It's the 2-disc thing itself. But yeah, really, really good tin. And of course, the other films. So yeah, just a really good box set. It has basically all the classic, what I call the classic King Kong films. I know The Mighty Joe Young isn't really a King Kong film, but I mean, it's still part of the franchise, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, there's that box set. Alright, now we're gonna get out of the horror territory for a bit. Alright, these few box sets. First off is the box set of the first 3 Jurassic Park films, which is my ideal box set. I know it's a DVD one, but I'm probably gonna get the Blu-ray version at one point. But yeah, I was not too thrilled with Jurassic World and then the other Jurassic World film. I thought those were they seemed like cash grabs to me. Whereas these first 3 films are amazing. Yeah, the first one's amazing, the second one's amazing, and the third one's amazing. I don't understand why people hate on the second and third films. I think they're just as good as the first one. But yeah, there's this box set that comes with this like little slipcase thing. One of my favorite movie trilogies ever. Of course, the first 3 films on these 3 discs, and then the 2 bonus discs. Yeah, great films. Next up is the box set of Lord of the Rings. It's only the first movie, but there are quite a few discs in here. I didn't get this in mint condition. I got this used at Goodwill at one point. So it has everything, but it's missing the booklet that went with it. Because there is a spot for a booklet, but it's not here. You can see it's missing. No, wait, hold on. There, you can see there's a spot for a booklet, but it's not there. But I mean, the discs work perfectly. I mean, none of them are scratched or anything. It's just that it's used, so of course the booklet's missing. But anyway, so I mean, it has like 4 discs. The first one is says Special Expanded Edition Part 1. Second one says Special Expanded Edition Part 2. Fellowship of the Ring, the Appendix, Part 1 from book to vision. Then the 4th disc is Part 2 from book to vision. So I guess there's the 2 that are the main movie, and then the 2 that are the special feature discs. It's just a really good box set that I kind of wish I got when it was in stores, or maybe I could probably find this on Amazon for not that much money. But yeah, this is a used, so it is missing the booklet. But yeah, a really great box set. I do have the other 2 films, but they're not in a box set. They're individual. And then next up is one of my favorite comedies of all time, the box set of Dogma. Just a really great film, also featuring the late, great Alan Rickman. Also featuring, of course, one of my favorite comedy duos, Jay and Silent Bob. There they are right there, Jay and Silent Bob. There's the main disc. And then there's the special feature disc. Also, I got this at a Goodwill. I think it was the same day I got the Lord of the Rings thing at Goodwill. But yeah, I mean, this one is actually 100% complete. I had that little booklet. You saw the little booklet in there, so it's 100% complete. Just a little dinged up on the case. All right, next up. All right, next up is the box set of the DVDs. The DVDs of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. This has everything up to Freddy vs. Jason. I showed this in another video, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, because I did rank all the Nightmare films, and I showed this in that video. One, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Basically, where the good Nightmare films ends for me, and the crap takes over for the most part. Part 5. Freddy's Dead. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which is a good film, but not a good Nightmare on Elm Street film. And Freddy vs. Jason, yeah. Yeah, that's that box set. Alright, next up is actually something from my childhood. That is the box set to The Goonies. Now, yes, I wasn't around in the 80s, but I did discover this movie later on in my childhood, probably when I was around, I'd say 8 or 9, maybe 10. Maybe, yeah, I was probably 10 or 11. I was it was definitely after the single digits. But yeah, I did. I had the I guess the first release of the DVD version. But then later on, I don't know. I got this probably 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe when was this released? I don't even remember when this was released, but I did get this at least a year ago, or I don't know. I completely forgot when I got this, but I did get this sort of recently. It is the 25th anniversary edition. I know there was actually, I think last year there was another box set released, but it was pretty inferior. Yeah, it had sort of a replica of the map from the movie, but it was missing quite a few things that this box set has. First off, the glaring thing that it was missing is the board game. Yes, this is a board game. Um, and I think it was also missing. No, I think it had the cards, I think, but it was missing the board game. The other box set was also missing this thing, and my favorite thing besides the film that's in this box set is this. Basically, it's a pamphlet of just the making of the film. But yeah, this box set is definitely the superior version. Which, if you're a fan of the Goonies and you really, really, really want like the definitive box set, this is definitely the thing to get. I don't know how much it is now. I didn't pay that much for it, but it was kind of, well, a tad bit expensive. But I don't know if Amazon bumped the price up or if they're even selling it anymore. Yeah, just a really amazing box set from one of my favorite films of all time. Yeah, the 25th anniversary box set of the Goonies. Let's see. Next. Oh yeah, there we go. This isn't really a movie box set or a TV show box set. It's more, so I guess, a documentary box set. The bootleg box set of Iron Maiden DVD collection, Deluxe 2 DVD edition. It has two different documentaries. Oh. Anyway. Shit. Anyway. It has. Ugh. There we go. Iron Maiden, Dawn of the Damned, and Iron Maiden and the New Wave of British Heavy Metal. These are not official Iron Maiden releases. They are bootlegs, but I got these as a Christmas or birthday present. But my mom didn't know they weren't official licensed things. But yeah, I mean, even though it says on the box, this set is not authorized by Iron Maiden, so it is not an official product. Yeah, there's that. Now, I haven't even watched these yet, so I don't know if they're any good. I've had them for at least a year now, or I guess a year and a half. But yep. Next up is a box set of one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Batman the Animated Series, the one from the 90s. This is I actually got this at Walmart. There's actually two different versions of this box set. There's the DVD version, and then there's this Blu-ray version. This box set not only comes with all the seasons of Batman the Animated Series, but it also comes with the first two animated films that went with the series. Of course, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and then the highly, highly underrated Batman Sub-Zero. But yeah, it comes in two different cases. Oh, and it comes with a little guide as well. It comes in two different cases. Not really anything special on the disc. It's just like a black outline of the city of Gotham. Although, and let's see if I remember correctly. No, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, the two movies do have the covers of the actual cases. There's Batman Mask of the Phantasm and then Batman Sub-Zero. really underrated Batman film. Anyway, yeah, there's a Batman the Animated Series box set. Really cool box set. I absolutely love it. The only issue I have is the format in a way. Like the format's it's letterboxed, not letterboxed, pillar boxed. So like you have two black bars on the screen on the sides. Instead of like a widescreen, it's pillar boxed. Now, what's very interesting about this is that before this was released, there was the volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Batman the Animated Series on DVD, which were also box sets. Each volume was a box set. Now, that format was full screen, if I remember correctly. It was full screen, but the updated box set Blu-ray edition and even the DVD version, the format's letterboxed, which doesn't make sense because the letterbox is the original version. The newer version of the format is the full screen version that's on the DVD of the volumes 1, 2, and 3 that are discontinued when this was released. So I don't know why this went backwards to the old format, which doesn't make any sense. But I mean, besides that, I mean, my TV has the option to switch screen format. So even though this is letterbox, I'm able to hit a button on the remote that able to adjust the viewing of the actual screen itself. So like, it's not really a problem for me. But I know there are TVs out there that don't have that option to adjust the format. So be warned if you don't have that function on your TV. I do recommend you seek out the separate volumes on DVD that do have the full screen version of the format. But yeah. All right. Next up is another favorite TV show of mine. This is the only one of like 3 TV shows that I have in a box set. Rest are just individual stuff. Anyway, is the entire season of The Office. It's all 9 seasons are here. So like they're one gigantic box, and then 2 gigantic cases with all 9 seasons. There's seasons 1 to 5, and then seasons 9 to 6. Hold on. Now, I know there are some people who don't like the discs packaged like this, and I can see why. They kind of can scratch easily if you're not careful. But, I mean, I'm usually very careful with both movies and music, whether they, like CDs, DVDs, VHS tapes. I'm very careful with that, so I don't usually scratch them unless I drop them, which very rarely ever happens. But yeah, I mean, I guess, are there any bonus stuff? Deleted scenes and bloopers for the most part. Like, it's mostly just the seasons of the show. There aren't many special features, which is kind of disappointing, but, whatever. It's not really a big deal for this. But yeah. And then, next up is, I don't think a lot of people know about this series, but it's, Hauntings in America. This is the, I guess the tin that it's in. Oh, I completely forgot this. I for some reason I thought this thing was on a hinge, but no, it's just sort of set into place there. Anyway, yeah, two separate cases. Hold on, there we go. I can't remember where I got this. I think I might have got it at Barnes & Noble at one point, but I've had this for years. Maybe I got it at Borders. Who knows? I know I got it at a bookstore at one point, but I can't remember which one was. It may have been Borders, back when Borders was still around. Because I know I used to go there like way more than Barnes & Noble. At one point. But yeah, it's a really great series. I highly recommend you check it. If you're a fan of TV shows like say like Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures, you'll definitely like this series as well. But yeah. Lastly, my last thing on this video, I want to show on this video is the reason why I'm wearing my Friday the 13th shirt today. Hold on. this just arrived. This just arrived in the mail shortly before I started making this video. And that is the Friday the 13th Scream Factory box set. Yeah, I mean, just an amazing, amazing box set. There's every single Friday the 13th movie on Blu-ray. Tons of special features on each movie. Even though there's special features on the actual films themselves, and then there's an extra case with 2 bonus discs with even more special features. Which is awesome. Now, before I got this out of the package, I mean, I got this out of the box, the box that it came in over there, but right before I even opened the shrink wrap, I did notice that there's a little like it's dented here in the corners. Very slight denting, not that much, but it is slightly noticeable. But I mean, everything else, like I did check the discs and stuff, like everything else looked really good. I mean, this is really the only like slight damage. There's like it's slightly dented on these corners. But everything else is good. The discs aren't scratched. They look good. None of the cases are broken or anything. The discs weren't loose or anything. So there's no really actual damage. I mean, other than little like little dented corners. So that's about it. Although you kind of have to, because these do slide out very easily, so you kind of have to make sure when you're carrying this, like if you're like carrying this over to another room, you have to make sure you're carrying it like this with the display up like this. Otherwise, if you like hold it to the side, you might accidentally have the cases slip out, because they do slip out very easily. There's actually but yeah, there's the first one, which does have an alternate poster on the back, which I will flip around at some point, because there's a few here that I like the alternate posters better. So you have the first one, you have part 2. Also has an alternate poster, although I like the version that's here better. Then you have part 3, 3D. As an alternate poster, but I actually do like this one. Of course, my favorite Friday film, Final Chapter. One of my favorite poster arts. And then you have the one where everyone was upset that they didn't use the one of the posters, and that's part 5. Yeah, apparently. Actually, hold on. I'll be right back. Oh no, I don't have it. Okay, so the poster that everyone wanted them to put on the part 5 release was actually a version that was only on, I guess, the home video VHS tape version, which has the iconic poster of the hockey mask. Hold on, I have an idea. Oh yeah, here it is. Which is the poster of this hockey mask. You know, the white one with the black squares and the red eyes, and then the light shining through, with sort of the dark blue background with the glow. Yeah, that poster that had this mask and then like the bright light shining through it, is the artwork that everyone wanted for this, but for some reason they went with this instead, which I mean is okay, but I actually do prefer the other artwork better. And it's not even an option on the flip side. It's just not there, which I mean is a disappointment. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they ever, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Although I am slightly disappointed. But you know, whatever. I mean, you get the movie anyway. So the movie is the main thing that matters, and then the artworks are sort of I guess, a added inclusion. You know, sort of a little extra thing. But yeah. There we go. But yeah, so the only thing that people complain about with the artwork is the that they didn't use the VHS artwork for part 5. But I mean, whatever. I don't really mind. And then there's part 6, Jason Lives. Oh no, sorry. Wait, that Jason Lives? Yep, that's Jason Lives. Sorry, it didn't say it on the cover for some reason. It says it on the spine. And that's of course the shirt I'm wearing. Even though it says Jason Lives, they have the remake Jason on here. I've mentioned this multiple times, but for some reason, marketing companies can never get the right Jason with the right logo, with the right movie logo. Same thing with the Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. Like, they can never get the right Freddy with the right movie logo. Like, for example, a lot of times they have their original logo marketing, and they're trying to market stuff, products for the original movie, but they have Freddy from like part 3 or 4 for some bizarre reason. I don't know. Marketing teams could never get that right. Whether it be Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, those two things they can never get right. I mean, with Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween, they always get it right, but for some reason, the other two, Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street, they can never get the right Freddy or the right Jason with the right movie in terms of the products. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Anyway, sorry for that weird rant. Back to the movies. Then you get part 7, a very underrated one. You get. Does this have? I don't know if this has the. Oh yeah, it has slash scenes. The ending with the father of the main character coming out of the water. I think it has this. Yeah, the original version was cut because he's sort of like a zombie, looking like a zombie in the original version of the scene. But they're like, oh no, that's too. I guess it's too scary or too much. They went with just a guy drenched in water and seaweed and stuff. I don't know. I don't know why they cut the original version of that scene. I mean, they have Jason, who's basically an undead zombie with like maggots and stuff crawling out of his face. Then why can't they have another like a good guy a good guy zombie like that? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, and then you have Jason Takes Manhattan. And then the worst Friday movie ever, Jason Goes to Hell. But they have the I guess the theatrical version, and then the unrated version, which for the longest time had never had a U.S. release. And then you get Jason X. Then you get something that I've actually been waiting for years, which is Freddy vs. Jason on Blu-ray. Yeah, I've been waiting for this Blu-ray release for Freddy vs. Jason for years, and it finally happened after 8 years of waiting. Yeah, basically ever since I first discovered the Freddy vs. Jason film around 2013. Ever since then, I've been wanting a Blu-ray release, and finally my wishes were granted. So I'm really happy about that. And then you get the remake on Blu-ray, which the remake's an amazing remake, one of the best horror remakes out there. And then you get the this case, which has even more special features. Both discs are full-on, like, complete special features. And then the last thing you get in here is this booklet, which is, I guess, sort of a sized down version of a actual full book. I guess Crystal Lake Memories or something. I don't know. There was a book about the making of the franchise that this is the smaller version. But yeah. So hold on. All right. So that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.